Today is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, the 13th of October, 2K15. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And hello to you. I hope you're doing well today. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Day. Today there is a Breast Cancer Awareness Walk. And do not let you think your eyes are deceiving you. Yes, I'm wearing pink, and so is Kate.
It's very pink.
Yeah, thank you.
Look at that.
Hey, how about that, huh?
Very nice, sir. Very nice, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I made this shirt.
You did.
Not really.
Not.
No.
You did not. Well, if you're watching and you haven't left your home for the day, if you've already picked out what you're going to wear, reconsider it. Please wear pink. We want to paint the town pink today.
That's a good idea.
And be at Wayne Memorial tonight.
That's exactly right. Tonight at 5 o'clock at Wayne Memorial Hospital on the front lawn. There's going to be lots of activities. Think Pink Day, Breast Cancer Awareness Day here in Wayne County. All right. What else do we have? Quick reminder that on the 24th of October, the Chili Challenge. Ooh. Chili Challenge getting underway at the John Street parking lot just off Center Street.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. There's always a great crowd that comes out for the Chili Challenge.
Yeah.
To me, it's one of, the Taste of Wayne, and then you've got the Chili Challenge, the fair before that.
That's right.
Fall has arrived, my friends.
That's exactly right.
And kudos. I don't know how many teams they usually have, but they always have a great turnout. All kinds of chili. In my household, I'm like, there's one way to make chili. And then I go to this and I'm like, oh no, there's not.
Whoa.
There's so many different ways to make it. And then what I found last year was my chili's really not that good at all.
Okay.
So come on out.
Come on out.
Come on out.
Okay. It's funny. There was another one. I wanted to mention about the Shriners Fish Fry.
Yes.
They were rained out the other weekend. Rained out.
I got very excited. I love this fish fry.
I know, I love the fish fry too. Well, they got rained out this time, but they have postponed it, and the fish fry will be held on November 6th, and in the same location, same price, and everything's the same time of day. The only difference is it's November 6th, and it starts at 11 a.m., goes until 2 p.m., starts and cranks up again 4 p.m., and goes till 7 p.m. We'll tell you more about that a little later on. Today's the 13th of the month, all right. We're looking at International Skeptics Day. Well, not really. I don't think so.
I don't know.
No, I don't know about that either. No. It's International Skeptics Day, okay? And there you go. We'll talk about that. No, I don't think we will.
I don't know.
We won't talk about that. Okay, and I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a moment. I had them right here. Where did they go? See, I keep losing
I need
things.
to work on his filing system.
I do need to keep losing. Okay.
What have you got?
Pamela Tiffin's having a birthday today.
Okay.
Very lovely lady, a model and an actress. Pamela Tiffin's 73 today. DeMond Wilson. No?
No.
He's a minister.
Okay.
But before he was a minister, he played Lamont on Sanford and Son.
Really? Now
Really?
I do
Yeah,
know
you
that.
know him.
I
Sure
do.
you do.
Of course I do.
Of course you do. All right. Lamont's having a birthday today. He is 69 today.
Very nice.
69 years. Now he went into the ministry after the show. Kelly Preston is John Travolta's wife.
Oh.
Yeah, she's having a birthday. She's also a very
She's
talented
an actress?
She's an actress. She was in Jerry Maguire. She was in the movie Twins with Schwarzenegger and what's his name? DeVito. She's married to John Travolta. Also, she's 53 today. Katie McLean is Kelly Andrews on The Young and the Restless, if you watch that particular show.
I'm glad you announced her name.
Katie McLean.
C-A-D-Y?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I would have called her Caddy.
Caddy McLean's having a
Giving y'all
birthday
something to
today.
talk about.
Caddy Katie, okay. She's 46 today, and there you go. All right. Also at the Senior Center today, the 13th, very quickly, a basic photography class. This is being offered by a friend of mine, Renee Jensen. He's very good. He starts his class at 10 o'clock sharp, basic photography, at 10 a.m. Also today at the Senior Center, billiards. They play billiards regularly. They've got a great couple of tables out there. Arthritis exercise at 9:30 this morning. That's very important. Trivia today. Crochet and knitting. Recreational cards. Pinochle. There you go. Line dancing with Stacia Fields from Goldsboro Parks and Recreation at 6 o'clock tonight, so be there, okay?
Lots going on.
Lots going on at the Senior
Great.
Center. All right, we're going to take our break. We'll go to our next segment, and we'll be right back. Your source for what's happening in your community is Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today we're visiting in the area around southern Wayne County toward Botankus, I guess, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
Between Botankus and Mount Olive in that area. And this is a farming community for sure. And we're here with Stefani Garbacik, the livestock agent for the County of Wayne's Cooperative Extension Service. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you talking with us this morning about this. We want to talk about a couple of things. Number one, we'll get right to it. Let's talk about this avian flu, avian
influenza.
Avian influenza.
Yep.
What is that?
Right now, the strain we have here is an Asian and North American combination. It does only affect poultry. We have no human cases of infection right now. So
we shouldn't be worried about getting ill from.
We should not, no.
Okay.
Nope.
But the big problem is it is transferable between
birds. It is, yep. Right now, what they think the biggest way it's spread is through migratory waterfowl. So all those ducks coming in right now with this fall migration, landing in ponds. If you've got a backyard flock that has access to that pond, they're going to be in the same area, so there's possible disease transfer that way.
Now, you spoke to county commissioners the other day, and you had some pretty interesting information about where these migratory waterfowl come in. Across the country, there are 4 specific routes. Is that
right,
correct?
4 specific flyways.
Right.
And the one we're in right now is obviously, the Atlantic Flyway. And our birds start migrating down this way towards September and October. So really right now is when that biggest migration is happening.
And during September and October, we might see, and these is not specific to any particular bird, just anything that migrates.
Yes, a lot of ducks, those dabbling ducks are going to be really popular, but you'll see, geese, you'll see all sorts of really, that wild birds that are coming through.
And the danger is that they may bring this flu virus. Is it a virus?
It is a virus, yep.
Okay, bring it with them and then infect our birds.
Exactly, yep. So they'll hang out here for a little while. They may overwinter here, but as long as they're here, there's a chance that they are infecting our birds.
Now, how are they doing that? How do they infect these birds?
The biggest way is these dabbling ducks, especially. They don't show any symptoms.
What's a dabbling duck?
A dabbling duck is a duck that hangs out in the water all the time. So it's.
I got a cousin like that. Yeah, he's awful.
So let's say these ducks, you see them out in the wild and they don't look sick. They're not going to exhibit those symptoms like our commercial birds or our backyard flocks would.
Yeah.
For some reason, they're just not as susceptible to it. But they're excreting a lot of that virus in their feces.
Right.
So if they're hanging out in the pond around that area and they're excreting this virus, and your birds pick it up from that, then they can carry it back to the rest of the flock.
So if your birds hang around a pond that's been infected by dabbling ducks,
Yep.
ducks that dabble. All right, dabbling ducks, then they carry this back to the flock.
Yes.
Then we've got a problem.
Exactly, because then it is very contagious in between your flock. So chickens are very susceptible to it, and turkeys are very, very. If one turkey in your flock gets it, chances are everybody's going to get it.
We happen to be in an area that is pretty important to the poultry industry.
We do. Here in Wayne County and North Carolina in general, 2014 numbers for turkeys in Wayne County only was 3.5 million turkeys.
Wow.
So it's definitely a big deal to us.
It is a big deal to us. So what might the birds' symptoms be if they are infected?
If they are infected, chances are you'd see some lethargic animals. They're hanging out by themselves. These are very social animals. They like to be with each other. So if you've got a couple that are hanging out by themselves, droopy eyes, they're not moving around a lot, they're not talking, clucking a lot, chances are they're sick. And with our commercial growers, the biggest thing they'd see is an increase in mortality. Because they have so many animals, obviously there's a chance for, you'll have 1 or 2 dead often, but if you've got a huge spike, something's wrong.
If there's a lot of dead chickens.
Yes, yep.
Because they do have thousands and thousands.
Right.
Okay, so once that happens, the birds are infected. What do we do?
Once the birds are infected and once it has been reported that a case is absolutely positive for avian influenza, that flock will need to be depopulated.
And I know what that means when you depopulate something.
Yes, exactly.
All right, but at the same time, how wide a spread must? But I'm sure that the people who make that decision go to all lengths possible to make sure that is the case.
Oh, absolutely. Tons of tests are run on those samples that are sent off. You make sure the state lab has to say that it is absolutely 100% avian influenza, and then it's that's what depopulation is our only option, because if your whole flock gets it, then all the birds are going to be suffering. All the birds, the first ones that got it may already be dead, but the rest of your flock is still exhibiting those symptoms, still suffering from that disease, and you just can't stop it once it gets in your flock.
Once it gets in your flock, you can't stop it.
Right.
You have to depopulate.
Yes.
So is that the entire house, chicken house, or is it the entire flock?
With commercial growers, for sure, it's the house. I don't know what each company's plan is or what the actual regulations are as far as if it's the whole farm or if it's just, the specific house on the farm.
We're in an area, as I mentioned, we're between Botanicus and Mount Olive, and we're at the home of some folks who live out here in this nice part of the country, part of Wayne County.
Yes.
And they have an area set up that's become very popular.
Absolutely.
Very popular is a little chicken area behind your home. Mm-hmm. A lot of home growers.
Yes, lots of people have 5 or 6 chickens. They've got a little more than 5 or 6 chickens,
Right.
but people like to watch them. They're funny animals to watch.
Chickens are funny.
Yes.
Art Linkletter said that.
Obviously, the egg collection, people like to have their fresh eggs, know where they come from.
Right.
So, yes, it's a very popular thing, and I feel like it's only going to get bigger.
So, have there been any reported cases of avian flu in North Carolina?
There have not. The last reported case was actually in June of this year, so in the summer, in a commercial flock in Iowa.
In Iowa?
Yes, that was the last reported case. We haven't had anything since.
Nothing since then, but there's always that possibility.
There's always a possibility.
Now, where do they get these avian flu bugs? Any idea from where they come?
No, the way they've kind of described it is it's come over from Asia. It's come over in that way, and then when everybody's up in the summering months where they're all commingling,
Right.
it doesn't matter which fly the way they're in, up in Canada kind of area.
They hang around Canada a lot.
Yeah. So they interact with each other and they just kind of spread it that way.
Okay, all right. So it starts in the Asian area and migrates to Canada,
Yep.
and then it comes to us.
Exactly.
That's very nice of them. To share it, I
Right.
mean. Isn't that nice?
Right.
Well, okay, so what do we do if let's say a small chicken grower like this homeowner here, who do they contact? Who do they call?
They're going to contact NCDA's veterinary division. They're the ones who would either take the live bird samples, they would take the dead bird samples, they would do swabs, that sort of thing. They would be the ones you would contact if you even suspect something.
If you even suspect something, so you do not have to wait and find a dead chicken.
Right. No, if you've got a lot of birds sick and you can't think of anything else that's happening, then go ahead and give them a call. They'll either come out or they'll talk to you through the phone and try to figure out what exactly is going on.
Okay, now when we came into this pen here, this
Yes.
chicken area, we had to put these booties on.
We did.
Okay. Now I don't know if anybody can see this on camera, but I'm wearing these booties. Now, why is this necessary?
This is a biosecurity measure, which is really important, especially for these backyard flocks. Commercial growers and contractors have their own set of rules for biosecurity. But our backyard flocks, you go out, you feed the chickens in the morning, then you go off to the feed store. Or
Right.
you go off to, you got to go to the Tractor Supply, the hardware store, something where everybody else is also going.
They're also there.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you don't have a set of boots specific for your chicken, or in our case, we wore these disposable booties,
Right.
then that spread of disease is a lot more common. So if you want to make sure you're not spreading any disease and getting it from other people, make sure that you've got a set of clothes and a set of shoes that are specific for feeding your chickens.
Okay, so when you come to feed your chickens, put your chicken booties on.
Exactly.
And when you leave this area, take the
them off.
chicken booties off.
Yes, they don't go anywhere else except with your
It's
chickens.
specific to chicken
Yes.
booties.
Yes,
All right.
exactly.
All right. Okay. Any other safeguards you should take?
That's the biggest thing. Biosecurity is really key. And if your chickens do have access to standing water, like we talked about, try to keep them away from that, especially during this fall migration. Some people can't. That may be their only source of water for those chickens.
Standing water.
Standing
if
water,
there's a stream
yes.
rolling through
It's not as big of a
okay.
deal, yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
A stream is okay, but if you have a pond, an area of watering, perhaps a water holding tank or
Right,
something like that that's
right.
open.
Right. Yeah, keep an eye on that and, cover it if you can so that or enclose it if you can so that the wild birds can't get to it, but your chickens can.
Is this virus spread any other way other than the birds? I'm asking, I guess, can it be spread by mosquitoes or something like that?
As far as I know, no.
Okay.
That seems to be the biggest way, is either in feces or the bird-to-bird contact.
Okay.
They obviously, with this one, it spreads so fast and it spreads so quick. There may be other ways it could be spread, but from what they've told us, it is definitely bird-to-bird contact or, spreading the feces virus.
So what if you find wild fowl mixing in with your chickens?
Your chickens?
Yeah.
That's a big problem. Obviously, sometimes
Does
it
that
can't
happen?
It does happen all the time. If we were here and wild geese and ducks came in here and wanted to land and eat some food for a little while, it definitely happens. Try to keep them out as much as you can. If you can, enclose the whole coop for a little while, the whole run. But just watch it. And if you see a lot around your chickens, at least keep better eyes on your chickens and look for those symptoms and look for any possible problems.
So has this avian flu had an effect, or is it problematic with the cost of our food chain? Is it creating a problem? It is.
Now these animals and eggs do not go obviously into the food supply. They're not in your grocery store. But because we don't have those eggs, or because we don't have those chickens, I'm sure you guys have noticed the price of eggs has jumped.
I sure have.
Yeah, absolutely, it has, and that's one reason is if a flock has to be depopulated and it's a flock of layers, then we don't have those table eggs because they're not going to enter the food supply, which means obviously our supply has diminished, but the demand for the eggs is still there.
Demand is still there. So we have to be very careful, I guess.
We do.
Yeah. And we have to trust the grocers and the chicken farmers.
Yes, absolutely. And all the companies know what's going on. They're all prepared for it. North Carolina is prepared for it. We've kind of learned what happened out there in Iowa and Minnesota. A couple of our teams have been out there to figure out. They do monthly trainings on these depopulation machines.
So if
it comes, we're ready for it.
We're trying to stay ahead of this,
We're trying to be ready for it.
All right,
yes.
trying to be ready for it, and I'm sure that you are.
Yes.
All right. So, Stephanie, if anybody has any questions about this, is there printed material? Is there something on the internet, or what can we do?
There is printed material on ncagr.gov.
ncagr.gov.
Yes.
Okay.
They've got a whole lot of information, and there's a section on the right about avian influenza.
Okay. Very good. We've been talking with Stefani Garbacik, and we've been talking chicken talk today. That's right. So the word about the avian flu is work is being done to help keep it out of this area and prevent it from affecting our hens and chickens and layers here in North Carolina.
Exactly.
Stephanie, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Today we're here with Julie Beck, president of the Chamber of Commerce of Mount Olive. Hello there, lady.
Hey, how you doing, Wayne?
I am doing great. How are you doing?
Man, I can't complain.
You are a busy, well, I'm guessing you're a busy person because you're always busy.
I tell you what, I think I'm out of Mount Olive and Wayne County more than I am. Don't tell my boss.
No, I wouldn't say it. But you're always going somewhere. You're promoting Mount Olive. You're pushing things for the chamber, pushing things for the city of Mount Olive.
Yeah, matter of fact, I was just at Small Town Main Street training last week, and we used to be a part of that program. I know Goldsboro does a phenomenal job. DGDC and Julie Metz and all them do awesome, but we're trying to get more involved in that again. And so, yeah, the mayor said, Julie, can you please go to this training? We need you to on board. We need the chamber on board, working with the town, and we need to get some things going in downtown Mount Olive.
Yes. So. Now you had a meeting. What was that? Tuesday night. Tell me about that. Was that Tuesday?
Which kind of meeting?
This past Tuesday. You had a big event.
We did.
Reverse
we had
drawing.
Our chamber annual reverse drawing.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, and we had, we started out with a cake auction. It was the second year we did that. We have people in the community who donate a cake, and then we raffle those items off, and whichever cake brings in the most money, it really has nothing to do with taste. It's all about the money. They're named the Mount Olive Cake Boss, and so that was fun.
So you could have a cake made of plaster.
Hey?
Or talcum powder. Or whatever. It doesn't matter as long as they make the most money.
That's exactly right.
It's a winner.
When we did it in 2014 for the first time, you know, I'm not a baker at all, but as a joke, I kind of baked a cake and I entered it, and it brought in $100.
Get out of here, did it really?
I can't say the name of the cake. I'm not sure if it's allowed for public TV.
No, we won't do that. Oh, Julie. Oh, Julie.
The things you do for your chamber
I
to raise
know.
money and raise awareness, and so.
Yeah.
But our reverse raffle was great. We had a good turnout, and we're so fortunate. We have so many people who support us, not only our chamber members but our community members, and so it was great.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
That's just fantastic. So there's so many things that are always going on. So many going on in Mount Olive. I mean, with the Pickle Festival, with everything else going on. We're coming into the holiday season. What are the plans?
Oh, it's funny you say that. I just spent last week working on all my applications for the Christmas parade and planning our open house. And we do something in Mount Olive that's a little bit different than what Goldsboro does. Is we ask people in our community to nominate who they'd like to be the Grand Marshal.
Oh, okay. So
And
it's people's choice kind
People's
of thing.
choice.
Okay.
And then once we get the nominations in, then we have a committee that's composed of chamber members and community members, and they actually pick the actual person. Last year was the first year we did it, and we picked Bobby Kelly, and it was just so successful, and so our nominations are about to start coming in.
All right. So how would someone nominate someone?
They can contact us at the chamber and get an application, and they're due November 9th.
Contacting the chamber is rather easy, isn't it? Easy?
It is.
How easy is it?
It's so easy. You just contact us at 919-658-3113 or send an email to admin@mountoolivechamber.com.
admin@mountoolivechamber.com, and again, the number 658-3113. 3113. Easy to remember.
I mean,
Easy.
3113.
That's right. You're right there on Center Street downtown. Could somebody just walk in and say, I want to nominate you?
They
Julie
could. They
Beck?
could come in. Yeah, I doubt if I get any nominations.
Well, I mean, we got cake made out of plaster.
Well, now this is true statement. True statement. But you know, that gets our community involved, and that's a lot of fun, because normally in the past the chamber has always selected the Grand Marshal, and you know, I said, why don't we see who the people think?
I
There
think
may
it's a
be
great
people out
idea.
there who are doing amazing things that we just don't quite know about, or we
Yeah.
hadn't really thought about.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
so that was very well received. So we're doing that, and our Christmas parade is the same day as the Goldsboro parade. Ours is at 10 a.m., theirs is at 4 p.m., so that
Right.
works out well. You can be in
Same
both
day.
parades.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I suppose that to become a part of the parade, they call that number, that same number.
They do, and they have to fill out an
658-3113.
application.
Okay.
And same thing you do if you're going to be in the Goldsboro Parade. There's an application. There's a fee you have to pay. And, you know, it's funny. People think, oh, my gosh, why do I have to pay to be in a parade? But I think the average person doesn't realize the costs that are involved by the time you bring the Shriners in with those little cars and you give out trophies and you give out prizes for the float winners. There's some money involved. And we're just trying to recoup that. It's not a moneymaker. It's just paying the bills, breaking
You would
even.
like to be able to break even.
That's
And
right,
often
that's right.
you don't. You're
You
not
don't.
able to, yeah. But it's a parade, and everybody loves a parade. Wasn't that a song? I love a parade. Never mind. Anyway, it's a lot of fun, and Christmas parade. I guess what is that? December.
December 5.
No. Yeah, it is.
December 5.
December 5th. That's right.
December 5th.
That's right.
And the Chamber of Commerce also does a pancake breakfast at Highway 55 in Mile Olive the morning of the Christmas parade. So this year, for the first time, I don't know how it's going to work, but we're going to offer people who are in the parade an opportunity to pre-order pancakes, and we will actually deliver them to them in the parade lineup. And so while they're waiting there for an hour for the parade to start, they can be eating pancakes and sausage and bacon and drinking their orange juice.
Man, now that is great.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that. That's good service.
yeah.
Woo.
So we'll see how all that turns out, that you can, you know, come, eat your pancakes, go be in the parade, and then you can head to Goldsboro and go be in another parade.
I tell you, you can't beat that.
No?
You just can't beat that. Mount Olive is growing. You've got some new businesses there, and you're expanding a little bit, and there's a lot of growth in that area. People moving into Mount Olive. So
People are moving in. You know, you're right, we've had some new businesses, and I know as a chamber we've had some new chamber members join and had some ribbon
That's
cuttings
good.
lately. And the university has obviously grown a lot, so we have a whole lot more students, and so, you know, that creates more interest for businesses, and so it has taken off.
we're very proud, and I know Mount Olive, the city of Mount Olive, lays claim to the University of Mount Olive, but you can't have the whole thing. Here in Wayne County, we'd like to have part of that action too. We're very proud of the University of Mount Olive. Dr. Kerstead is doing a great job there, and the staff is amazing at the college there. It's a university, so
Yeah.
we're very proud of the University of Mount Olive. They're doing a great job, and what a sports program they have.
Now they do. They have
I'm
a good.
telling
I
you,
see.
they
Matter
are.
of fact, I saw the UMO men's basketball team got some high ranking already for this year, based upon their
Already?
success they had last year.
All right. Well, maybe they can go far.
Yes.
I won't jinx it.
Last year the men's basketball went to the Elite Eight. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And of course, always have a strong baseball team
program.
with Carl Lancaster, Coach Lancaster doing a great job there.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So what else we got? Anything else, or is that just about do it for this trip?
Well, that's about for this trip. You know, trying to get ready for the holidays, celebrations and stuff, and then of course January will be here, and we'll start all over again.
Start all over
And
again.
I know come January, you know what January means? Start working on the pickle festival.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
But you know, for the first time ever, I've booked all my bands already for the pickle festival,
You
and it's
already
not
have?
even October. I'm so excited.
They're already booked?
Already, I've never done this before in my life.
Well, take a break.
I know.
Julie Beck will be answering the telephones at the chamber office at 919-658-3113.
3113. That's
All right, Julie, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you,
with
Wayne.
us. I
Appreciate it.
appreciate it. Thanks for watching. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television, in the heart of Goldsboro, in the heart of Wayne County. And we're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for sticking with us, or being with us. I mean, yeah, that's exactly right. Documenting memories. If you're interested in documenting memories and family history, you need to talk to Frida Owens. Now, Frida will have a workshop on documenting your memories so that you may share with your family and your future generations. This workshop is on October 19th.
Very nice.
That's right. It's next week, next Monday. And it's also on October 26th. It starts at 2 in the afternoon, goes to 4 in the p.m. You must pre-register. To pre-register, you call the Senior Center. The number there is 705-1785. 705-1785. Which was a great year, by the way. 1785. I remember it well.
You stop it.
Okay, let's see what else we have here. What is this? What does that say?
Oh, coming up on November 5th, the 2015 Annual Partner Celebration at Goldsboro Parks and Recreation Auditorium.
Coming up. Oh, yeah.
And do you know who that's for? Who are we celebrating? Communities in Schools.
Oh, yeah.
Communities in Schools, a good friend to your show, Selena Bennett,
Yes.
who is doing wonderful things in our school system. She is a retired educator. She's like many other people that I have been blessed to know that have retired and then they go back to work. She has got one of the most giving hearts, and this is going to be for the Communities in Schools Annual Partner Celebration. It's going to be on Thursday, November 5th at 9:30 a.m. There's going to be food, lots of information given out. So to be a part of that, please contact Communities in Schools. And if you don't know their number, contact the chamber. Selena and her staff are right upstairs at the chamber, and we'll be sure to get the information to her.
Upstairs of the chamber. That's
Upstairs.
Right. Upstairs. All right. Keep in mind, of course, the farmers market's still going strong until Thanksgiving. November 25th will be the final day of the farmers market on Herman Street there at Herman Park, right?
That's right.
All right. I know where it is.
Yeah.
Yep. I sure do. Yep. So to fulfill your need for tomatoes and squash and all that good stuff, and I need that. That's what I need. The farmers market on Herman Street open every day until 6 p.m. Wednesday and Friday.
That's great.
Open every Wednesday and Friday.
Every Wednesday and Friday.
So, right, what I
Starting
said.
at 8 a.m. too.
Yeah, that's right.
They've got eggs and flowers and all the fruits in the world, pork skins. Did you know that?
They do have pork
They do have
skins.
pork
I
skins.
wouldn't eat the flowers, though. They're not that good. They're pretty, but they don't taste good. Anyway, we got to do this again tomorrow. Can we go
We
now?
do.
We're going to go now. Stop that. We're going to go now. We'll be back tomorrow. Join us at 7 a.m. and then at noon and then at 5:30 in the p.m. Maybe I'll get it right then. Anyway, until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.